Oh, tater tots. We got all kinds of people in the crowd. What's up, people in the front row that I'm ridiculously taller than at the current moment? I always feel like a giant to you guys. I am pretty tall. I'm like 6'5". Being tall is great, but everybody thinks like when you're tall, life is like this magical, wonderful paradise where nothing ever goes wrong. But there's weird things about being tall. Like people always want to remind you that you're tall before they ask you to do anything. You'll hear like, hey, you're tall. Will you get that box? I don't walk around doing that to people, you know. Hey, you're short. Will you pick it up off the ground for me? You're so much closer to it than I am. Hey, you're fat. Will you clean out my fridge? I got a lot of Chinese. You got room for all of it. Hey, you're ugly. Will you take a picture with me? I want to look really hot on Facebook. Ridiculous. Talk about a lot of stuff. I like to watch a lot of movies. I was watching Spider-Man on TV the other day, and every time I see one of those movies, I'm always like, how the hell would Spider-Man get around if he lived in Kennesaw, Georgia? Every movie, skyscraper, skyscraper, skyscraper. Good luck in Kennesaw. But, yeah, because you can't exactly swing from a Title Max to a Hardee's. Pawn shop, nail salon, meth lab. Don't see it happening. Oh, man. Yeah, I am going through a breakup right now, ladies. And my friends are trying to help me through it, and they're like, man, you gonna be okay? I'm like, dude, I'm gonna be fine. It's not the first breakup I've ever been through, but here's a story of the first breakup I ever went through, all right? 12 years old, 6th grade. I've been dating this girl for like a month, which is like 3 years in 12-year-old language. All right, so I saved up all my allowance money, and my dad took me to the jewelry store. I bought her a bracelet because she was having this big DJ birthday party at the end of the month, and I show up, and I put my gift in the basket, and the first person I see is like, oh, you know Claire broke up with you tonight, right? And in the background, it's like, please, let me ride that donkey, donkey, let me ride that donkey, donkey, let me ride that donkey, donkey. I don't want to go with you anymore. Let me ride that donkey, donkey. Yeah. So what did I do? I turned around, got the bracelet back, returned that shit, and bought Mortal Kombat 2 on Super Nintendo. You lose, I win, bitch! Fatality. That's what I'm talking about. That is the story of how I purchased Mortal Kombat 2. Yeah, so much like this gentleman back here, I am from Alabama, and you can clap if you want. Nobody else is going to. So, yes. So we travel a lot for comedy. Like you'll go to like Los Angeles or something. Here's the thing: you can't realize how bad everybody looks down on Alabama until you leave it, and it is amazing. Like people just give you this look like, whoa, you're from Alabama? Why? Because that's where my mom's vagina was hanging out at the time. We catch hell for doing things we don't even do. Like, I would never fly the Confederate flag. Not necessarily because I think it's racist, because I think it's stupid. Why? Maybe because they lost. That's why. Start somewhere. Yes, sir, that country that you were honoring, does not even exist. If you're gonna fly flags for imaginary countries, go with like, Narnia. Because the Confederate flag is like a giant banner that says second place. Only place is misspelled, so. Pretty ridiculous. Speaking of Alabama, hunting camps. I grew up going to hunting camps. My favorite character at the hunting camp is the guy who knows so much about nature that he knows things that are impossible to know about nature. Like, oh yeah, you saw a rattlesnake at your deer stand? Oh, wow. Yeah. Male or female? Yeah. Oh, you can tell, man. You can tell. I shot a rattlesnake right in her tits. Oh, that's what I'm talking about, man. Talking about, man. All right, I'm about to have to get out of here. I'm pretty immature. Every now and then I do something serious and I feel good about myself. Like on Netflix, I ordered this badass documentary on the Iraq War. They interviewed all these like insider people, and I learned so much. And everybody always complains about that war, and they always say, George Bush lied to the American people. Not true. I know because I just saw it. Here's what happened. Donald Rumsfeld lied to Dick Cheney, who lied to Colin Powell, who lied to the UN along with Dick Cheney, who re-lied to George Bush, who then lied to the American people, okay? So you see, it's a lot like that TV show, The Hills. Where Heidi lied to Lauren, who lied to Jen about sleeping with Brody, who made up the rumor of Audrina's sex tape. So I think that everybody on both sides of the aisle can come together and agree that while the Iraq War may have been a mistake, Audrina is a filthy little whore. Thank you guys, I'm Patton Smith. Y'all been awesome.